Yes, I'd like to welcome you back to another COVID weekly update. Oh, yo, thank you. Yes, things have gotten, they say we turned the corner, we're doing good, seem to we're taking care of each other, we're actually looking out for the next man, but hey, I just have to say, wear your mask. If you have underlying health issues, please get one of the shots. I can't push which shots you should get, but get one of them. Protect yourself and your family. Now, just to let you know, the healthcare professionals and now the sports figures, they are experiencing the isolation that this virus has caused. It's causing them to be away from their team, their teammates, their families. So, but the healthcare professionals, they are being forced. It seems forced. A lot of them are just walking away from jobs. Don't you think that's going to have an effect on you as a person as in the population? Like these young ladies and these men, these healthcare professionals and these frontline workers, cops and all of them, they have no choice but to walk up on you if you coughing, if you damn near about to kill over. Officer, can you help me? They still got to help you. Yeah, I do them impressions. They still gotta help you. They can't even put their health first. This is crazy. And now they're being put in a situation where they're walking away from careers, lifelong careers. And we talking about on every level. These mandates are crazy. But hold on, I just thought about something now. For a while there, if I recall correctly, there was, and I'm in Nashville now, there was too much vaccine. Some vaccine, they said, needed to be used before it went bad. Sounds like milk, don't it? I think the shelf life on the vaccine is 2 months. I may be wrong. I didn't look into that because I just thought of this. But I think there's an expiration date on the vaccine. Now, let's go back to simple economics, supply and demand. Now, just thinking, do they have enough to supply? Or are they trying to increase the demand to get rid of the supply? I don't know. That's far-fetched and way out there. But, all this making, it's kind of like when your mama made you eat your dinner. She would say, you better eat all that food. Make sure you eat all that food. It's kind of like, make sure y'all get all of this vaccine because we've made it. But then I did read a report, oh my God, it's coming together in my head, that other countries are actually using other types of vaccine or whatever their science departments and doctors have come up with. And the FAA or whomever are allowing them to come into the country. I think it's a tier of vaccines or something. I'll have to look into it and I'll get more information next week. I hate stuff just jumping in my head, but I got a big old head. But anyway, so for the healthcare professionals, I still say thank you. And hey, from the Grill, the podcast show, I love you. Now, I have a surprise. Due to some growing network for the show, and the show is growing. If you're one of those that's helping the show grow, thank you. If you're one of those that's sitting back waiting on the show to grow so you can say I was helping you grow, you're going to be sadly disappointed because I just went through my Facebook friends and I X because I'm trying to go towards a more informative type of profile. I know what it means to get to a certain level. So I'm kind of distancing myself from the whole friendship tier. I got an episode on that. Go back and check that out. But coming up, I'm working this out with this young lady, Precious Harris. She's actually a nursing assistant. She's been doing that for 4 years down at Grady Healthcare Systems in Atlanta. ATL shouted. But she's been in school. She's in school now to get her LPN. Hey, and having a healthcare professional even on this show, on the COVID weekly updates, and it ain't about the data, because you can go get that yourself. It's about the perspective. I give you my opinion of this stuff with my opinionated ass. I just throw some data in there. Now, God has blessed me to throw some people in there that know what they talking about. Frontline workers. Thank you. Now, moving on. I did read some troubling things. It comes to find out that COVID was spreading through Wuhan earlier in the year of 2019. The researchers who are trying to trace this thing, and trace is the word, they found that the Wuhan lab had ordered a lot of PCR testing equipment just out of the blue. They just start ordering it. Now, I don't know what the PCR testing was used for prior to. I'm pretty sure it was COVID-like symptoms, colds and flus and things like that. But they began ordering all this equipment. So it kind of alerted a few people. But China did do the right thing. They notified the World Health Organization to tell them 7 months prior to this virus becoming global. They notified the World Health Organization that, hey, something's going on at this lab because of the medical equipment that they've ordered. They alerted them. Now, alerts are alerts because they just can't accuse. They got to go in and do their due diligence and check these things out. But the researchers now, they're actively tracing this. Like, okay, what was the case? Of course, we know about the fresh food market that it supposedly came from. Of course, we know viruses can jump from animals to humans, from humans to animals. So, but they're still into it. The researchers are doing their thing, and if you come back to the show, I will have it for you once I see it. As soon as a webinar go up and they're like, come watch us, I'm going to be watching them. But I'm watching them for you. I'm watching them for you. You know, and believe me, I know I look tired. I just left the gym. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put on my computer glasses because, anyway, yeah, take it. This ain't a cute dad show anyway. But yeah, so they're doing the researchers. We're talking about worldwide. We're not talking about the people at your house, the people down the street. They're actually looking into this thing worldwide, you know? So, hey, thank you, and thank you. Because if we're not going to wear a mask, if we're not going to get vaccinated, if we're not going to help ourselves, somebody got to help us. But, you know, speaking of that, in 2019, I remember a few people just getting sick. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, girl? What's wrong with you, man? I mean, 2-3 weeks. And then they were just sent home with the flu. So it shows it's possible that our anatomy will always fight. But when we find out what it is, we get scared. And that fear sets in. And it puts us in a situation where we kind of shut down. I mean, I love doing this show, but I trust me, every time I do the show about COVID, I'm thinking about my breathing. I'm thinking about my lung capacity. I'm thinking about my blood. I'm worrying. I'm sitting here like, do I have it? Was I around someone? That was around someone. That was around someone. That was around someone. You know? Because I'm human. I have to think of myself first. You know, now, let's talk about our famous Dr. Fauci, something he said. He claims getting the vaccine will prevent you from having symptoms of long COVID. You should look into that. Long COVID is a long list of symptoms that if you've contracted the virus, that you still have, that you will still see long into your life. Now, it's kind of like catching pneumonia, and now you got bronchitis. So what they're saying is there are long-term effects if you've contracted it, like any virus, I'm pretty sure. But he claims that getting the vaccine will prevent you from having long COVID symptoms. But I'm only worried because also the data has shown that you could get the vaccine and still get COVID a second, a third, a fourth, whatever time. There's a soccer player who's had it twice. He's gotten over it twice. So anything's possible. This is medical. I'm not a doctor, but I will have Precious Harris on. It'll probably be on the Broken Grill, since that platform is pretty much about what's wrong with our system and how we the people. Go back and check those episodes. The Broken Grill is just about what's wrong and how we the people aren't looking out for us, the government, because that's how it begins. We the people are the government. So go check that out. That's the whole platform for the Broken Grill. Now, last thing I want to share with you. It has come out that COVID, this virus, is causing or interfering with the insulin producing cells in the body. You know what that means? You can actually now become diabetic. This is what they're looking into. This is an update. They're looking into why this is happening to people who weren't diabetic. And of course, you know my good friend John Plunkett. He has his diabetes story on there. Go check that out. See, I do it all here. I'm trying to give you so much, man. I mean, it's just gems and jewels. That's all I'm dropping for you. But go check that out. You'll see. Now, it's come to my attention and your attention too. Now, your attention that COVID is interfering with our insulin producing cells, and some people are finding out they're diabetic now. And diabetes is a horrible, it's an epidemic that's been around for decades. Now, of course, if you saw my other post, I just left the gym. Oh my God, that's why. I was up there 3 hours. I actually work out 3 hours. Believe that. I can do more than that. But I mean, that's why I go to the gym, because I know that I'm a big guy. If you see me, I'm actually recording this, so I'll have the video version. I try to drop that a little later in the day. But yeah, so what you need to do, and I suggest you do, since this is going to be a fact, and even though you have underlying health issues, your immune system might be raw, got that. If you got that immune system that got that, hats off, man. Take a bow. You know what I mean? Because it don't matter. Like we are blessed to be on this planet, but now that it's showing a different attack on our bodies with the diabetes, it's time for us to get back into fitness. And I'm gonna post, hey, I did it before. I'm gonna do that on this episode. The gentleman getting fit with Ryan, I'm gonna put his information back in there, so you can get those workout bands, so you could actually try to do something. I mean, and I'm a supporter. The reason I drop names like that, because when I saw this guy's profile on LinkedIn, I was like, forget it. I don't have to worry about telling you to go to the gym. I don't. This guy will help you. Like, you're good now. You're in good hands. And I'm going to put his information back in it. I'm going to let him know that I've dropped it, I've talked, because this diabetes, you can fight diabetes with proper nutrition, exercise, and at least, if you're going to eat pizza, throw some vegetables in there the rest of the week. If you're going to eat trash food, find some good food, some decent food, just think diabetes. Look into it. Google it. I'll put the website for the Diabetes Foundation on there, so you can see. The CDC actually covers that. They know that you can't fight diabetes because it's a personal choice, because we choose to eat what we eat. We choose to not work out or not go to the gym. We choose that. And I'm not talking about treadmill 15 minutes a day. I'm talking about changing your life. The world is a treadmill. Go walking. Get your kids together. Put that mask on. Go walking. If you refuse to get the COVID vaccine, either one, I don't care. I'm not pushing that. I'm not pushing a supply and demand. If you don't choose to get either one of those, wear a mask. If you don't choose to wear a mask and you screw it all, it's coming at us a different way now. Diabetes. And look into diabetes. I don't care how beautiful you are, how fit you are. You got to fight. Diabetes is a fight, an everyday fight. Go back and listen to the episode of my friend John Plunkett. I'll put that in there. I'll let you know what number it is. Go back and listen to it, because that's my fear. I told you. My mom, I know she had some complications from diabetes before she passed. But I'm not going to get into that, because you hear how my voice changes when I think about my mom. But just give you another preview coming up on the Broken Gill. On the Broken Gill. Hey, I don't edit. I keep my mistakes. Coming up on the Broken Grill, like I said, I'm gonna have a young lady, healthcare professional, Precious Harris. I'm gonna put a picture in the video so you guys can see her, and I'm gonna link her information in the description. She's on Instagram. She's following. Hey, if you don't follow me on Instagram, the Grill Up Podcast Show, you slipping, because I do a lot of motivational posting. I don't always just post episodes. It's not about that, because I want to be connected with the people who connect with me. And once again, to anyone new to the Grill the Podcast Show platform, and I got some stuff working. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get a doctor to come on. Yeah, your boy's getting legit right now. I should pop my collar. Yeah, your boy's getting legit. So just follow on Instagram. Follow the Grill the Podcast Show on Facebook. I'm revamping my Facebook, going to more of a show type of friendship. So you'll find the Grill the Podcast Show, or you'll see my beautiful face. Just do a friend request, and I mean, as long as you're not a scammer. Oh my God, we can hook up. So in closing, nah.